If you're thinking about buying the Oster My Blend personal blender, stick around because I'm about to reveal some surprising truths you need to know before clicking buy. This blender promises a quick, stylish way to make smoothies on the go with its 500-watt motor and impact-resistant sports bottle. But here's what surprised me. Not everything is as smooth as it seems. You might expect a compact blender to be perfect for your busy lifestyle, but there are some hidden problems that could make you regret that purchase. Keep watching because by the end, you'll know exactly who this blender is for and whether it's really worth your money. Let's kick things off by diving deeper into what the Oster My Blend actually offers. It comes with a 20-ounce BPA-free sports bottle that's impact-resistant and built to be portable, which sounds perfect if you're always rushing to the gym, work, or school. The blender itself sports a 500-watt motor that claims to crush ice, blend frozen fruits, and whip up shakes with just the twist of a lid, one-touch blending at its finest. Plus, it has a removable stainless steel blade touted for easy cleaning and solid performance, complete with sleek chrome accents to keep your kitchen looking modern and fresh. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's a twist. While the design and concept are solid, many users have expressed frustrations that don't make it onto the glossy product page. For starters, the blender's power, while advertised at 500 watts, often struggles with tougher ingredients despite promises otherwise. If you're someone who loves thick smoothies loaded with frozen fruit or ice, you might find yourself running multiple cycles just to get a semi-smooth texture. So much for one-touch blending. Have you ever tried blending a smoothie and ended up with more chunks than a cookie jar? Yeah, it's not fun. Speaking of which, let's talk about the bottle designed as a 20-ounce sports bottle with measurement markers and a spill-proof lid to make your life easier while you're on the move. Sounds ideal for anyone with an active, healthy lifestyle. But what really gets me is the spill-proof claim. Look, trying to drink from this bottle after blending is like playing a round of "Will the lid hold?" with your lunch. Some users report that the lid, while generally secure, occasionally leaks, especially with thicker, more viscous liquids. Can you imagine spilling your smoothie all over your work files or gym bag? That's not the kind of mess we want to clean up in the morning. But don't worry, this is where personal preference and caution come in. Here's a quick joke. Why did the blender break up with the sports bottle? Because it couldn't handle the pressure. Okay, a little blender humor to lighten things up. But seriously, this product's mix of features and quirks creates an interesting dynamic that you need to consider. Now, who exactly is the Oster My Blend for? The ideal user is someone who wants a compact, stylish blender for simple shakes and light blending tasks. A busy student or professional who likes quick protein smoothies before hitting the gym or heading to class. The lightweight design and portability make it a decent choice if you don't need heavy-duty blending. Also, if you hate cleaning, the removable blade and dishwasher-safe bottle are definite pluses. But if you're looking for a blender to handle frozen fruits, nuts, and ice like a pro, this probably isn't your best bet. One of the biggest selling points is the 3-year satisfaction guarantee Oster offers. That gives you peace of mind. If anything goes wrong, you're not left high and dry. Personally, I'm a fan of brands that stand behind their products, and this extended warranty suggests the company expects you to rely on the My Blend daily. But when you combine the mixed user reviews and the decent yet inconsistent blending power, it leaves you with a question mark about longevity and real-world performance. Now let's address the elephant in the kitchen, the blender's noise level. This 500-watt motor is far from silent. In fact, it's more like a race car revving under your countertop. So, if you live in an apartment with thin walls or are blending early in the morning before everyone's awake, you might want to brace yourself. It's a bit like waking up a sleeping cat. Some might argue it's worth it for your smoothie, but your neighbors might not agree. Since you're still here, let me promise this. In just a moment, I'm going to share a clever hack to get the most out of the Oster My Blend and how to avoid the most common user pitfalls. Sound good? Stick with me, and you might actually enjoy this little gadget more than you expect. Alright, here's an insider tip. Because the blender can struggle with tougher ingredients, try adding your liquids first. Start with juice, milk, or water, then add soft fruits before the frozen or harder elements. This layering trick can make a surprisingly big difference and help the motor work more efficiently. Also, don't try to overload the bottle. The 20-ounce capacity is optimal. Overfill it, and blending won't be as effective, plus you might end up with spills despite the spill-proof lid. It's almost like following a recipe. Too much of a good thing can backfire. Joke break number 2. What do you call a blender that tells jokes? A mixmaster comedian. Okay, back to business. Cleaning is another highlight here. The removable stainless steel blade truly does simplify cleaning. No awkward angles, no struggling with sharp parts stuck inside. Plus, the bottle is dishwasher safe, saving you extra time after making your smoothie. That practically gives you more time to enjoy your day. It's one of the few areas where the Oster My Blend scores highly. Easy maintenance is a major selling point for busy people. However, a handful of users report the blade assembly can sometimes get stuck or leak if not reassembled correctly after cleaning. So careful attention is needed here. Let's call it a user-friendly but don't skip the manual moment. I know manuals can be boring, but a little extra care with reassembly can save some serious kitchen frustration later. Here's a question to keep you thinking. Would you rather have a blender that's easy to carry everywhere, but sometimes underperforms, or a bulky, powerful one that stays at home but nails every smoothie? Your lifestyle choice here makes all the difference. Remember my promise about the positives. Here's the good news. If you fit the profile of casual use, need portability, and appreciate style, the Oster My Blend hits many right notes. It's lightweight, convenient, looks sleek with those chrome accents, and it's ideal for quick protein shakes or water-based blends. Plus, at just about $35, it's not breaking the bank. Not bad for a personal blender that fits into your daily routine without much hassle. Now, let's lighten the mood with joke number 3. Why did the smoothie go to therapy? Because it couldn't blend in. Either way, smoothies and blending are a personal thing. What works for one might not for another. A little unexpected bonus. The impact-resistant sports bottle is fantastic for staying hydrated throughout the day. Even when you're not blending, it's a durable, spill-resistant bottle perfect for gym or office. On that level alone, it offers solid value beyond just blending. Wrapping this up, should you buy the Oster My Blend? If you're a casual user needing a portable blender for simple shakes and small smoothies, then yes, it's a solid choice. But if you want heavy-duty blending power, ice crushing without patience, or rock-solid leak-proof performance, you might want to explore other options or invest a bit more. Joke number 4 before we close. What does a blender do in a gym? It works out its core. Hopefully, your blending experience can be just as smooth and core-building with the right one. So, what's next? If you want the best price and a stress-free buying experience, check the link in the description below. This Oster My Blend personal blender is currently priced at $34.98 on Amazon, backed by a 3-year satisfaction guarantee, making it a low-risk addition to your healthy habits. Click through to see if it fits your lifestyle perfectly. Thanks for watching, and here's to many delicious blends ahead.